It's not hard to find smoke shops these days. They're pretty much everywhere, from city corners to neighborhoods. They're popping up all over the place.
Many sell e-cigarettes, vape products, cigars, and nitrous oxide, also known as whippets. That's why a concerned father reached out to CBS News Philadelphia after his son became addicted to whippets. He wants to know how it's legal to sell the drug in smoke shops. Investigative reporter Liz Crawford has more on the possible loophole in the law.
Lisa and Tim say during their son's college days, the drinking and partying seemed normal.
Now looking back, it's like, okay, maybe that was more intense.
But soon after their son graduated and landed a job as a civil engineer, he became addicted to nitrous oxide, a gas also known as whippets.
Brutally honest with us, yes. So he told us what it was.
At the time, the couple, whose last name we aren't using to protect their son's privacy, didn't know much about the gas, but they knew their son needed help.
It causes a euphoria when you consume it, mostly through a process of depriving oxygen to the brain, and that will often lead to a feeling of high.
Dr. Daniel Neff treats people for many kinds of addictions, including nitrous oxide.
Sadly, I do have some cases where it becomes the primary drug of choice for someone, and those are very difficult cases to treat.
Over the last 2 years, Tim and Lisa say their son has been in and out of treatment centers at least 6 times. With every relapse, his addiction worsens. They feel like they lose their son a little more each time.
His face looks like a person without a soul.
Tim decided he needed to know more about his son's addiction. Why was he inhaling whippets around the clock, and why was it so easy for him to access?
One of the unique things about it is that it's a very short-lived high.
15 seconds, 20 seconds, which is why he's using, and someone using nitrous is taking another inhale every 15, 20 seconds or so.
Once Tim understood why his son was using so much nitrous, he then figured out why it was so easy for his son to find.
You can go to any smoke shop, and these days there's a smoke shop every 5 minutes as you drive down a road. They sell them right there.
The parents said their son would buy out shops in his hometown on the regular. He's able to buy canisters like this.
This is a $90 canister,
which Tim says might last him about an hour.
He's in debt probably like 30 grand.
At least.
The question is, should he have been allowed to buy it at all? While nitrous oxide can be sold legally for legitimate uses, like in a dentist's office for sedation or in a kitchen to make whipped cream.
This was intended for food purposes only. There's different warning labels.
According to Pennsylvania law, it is illegal to sell nitrous oxide if there is reasonable cause to suspect that the product sold will be used for the purpose of causing a condition of intoxication by inhaling the fumes.
You would have to be pretty naive to not understand what it's being used for.
CBS News Philadelphia went undercover and found whippets of all kinds in smoke shops in Chester, Montgomery, and Delaware counties. We found boxes of small canisters behind the glass counter and huge canisters displayed in the front window in many flavors. On South Street in Philadelphia, a nitrous oxide tank was for sale for $135 in apple flavor. We reached out to several manufacturers of the products to ask if they monitor whether the gas they produce is being sold for legal purposes. A representative for Exotic Whip said the company strongly condemns any misuse of nitrous oxide and firmly distances itself from any private sales for illegitimate purposes. An email to CBS News Philadelphia said in part, our products, including Exotic Whip, are sold exclusively to verified businesses within the food and beverage industry, and our distributors undergo a comprehensive onboarding process requiring written commitments that the products will not be resold for inappropriate use. They also said there is a growing concern that counterfeit products are circulating, and they will look into the locations where we found their product to see if the sales were authorized.
He's been able to get it wherever he needs.
Tim said he notified a few police departments in the area about the widespread sale of whippets.
One of the police chiefs responded saying, well, there's really nothing I can do because it's really hard to gauge intent.
It's a tremendous problem. It is not tightly regulated. It's readily available.
Tim and Lisa say it's a loophole in the law.
My desire is to get the law written properly in the state of Pennsylvania, and really every state, so that this can be avoided and no other families have to go through, this type of pain.
Now, one smoke shop owner in Philadelphia agreed to talk to me off camera. He said it's not their responsibility to ask what people are using the product for after they buy it. Now, the state of New Jersey requires a permit to sell nitrous oxide. Delaware, like Pennsylvania, does not regulate where it can be sold.
That's unbelievable. I'm glad to see the parents got involved.
Exactly. I mean, I give that dad and mom a lot of credit just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, absolutely. For their son's sake, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.